So it's all about speed in today's sprint, not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? We're racing then today in Travis County, Texas, around the 20 corners of this wonderful Circuit of the Americas. We'll be reaching speeds of around 200 miles per hour here today, and there are plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the 2 DRS zones into turn 1 and the long back straight into turn 12. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Phillips completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Hamilton, Gasly, Stroll, Ocon, Albon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Sargent, Joe, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And joining me in the commentary box once again, Naomi Schiff. Hi, Gnomes. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Right, I know you're hot in the cockpit, but your tyres are going to be even hotter. You're going to have to work extra hard today to keep them cool. Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well. Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. The energy store's depleting, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. Okay, Leclerc's just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, clear. Right, you've got to leave room for other cars. We can't take too many penalties here. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it. Green flag. Okay mate, that was an illegal manoeuvre. You've got to cede that position or we'll receive a penalty. Okay, clear. Looks like the ERS isn't functioning. The guys are working on a fix. Okay, this is Mark. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards are going to give you a penalty. Final lap, push, push. Okay, be very careful, the floor's incurred massive damage. mate, I cannot complain about that one. That was an excellent drive, well done.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and of course the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time.